Okay, so let us begin with the bell. We're going to start seated today. In between standing and the lying is the seating. So let's sit comfortably, find our seat a little bit. I always like this kind of take some time to really land. So sitting cross-legged, just rocking a little bit side to side. Nice. Move this. Have a little rock, and then come to stillness. And let's just lift the shoulders up high, breathe into the nostrils. And let the shoulders drop, breathe out through the mouth. Drop them. And again, breathing in, squeeze the shoulders up. Hold the breath in and out through the mouth. Good. Let's do one more of those. Just release that surface tension, breathing in. Hold for a little second longer. And out through the mouth in one. And let's interlock the fingers. Breathe in through the body and breathing out, pushing up through the hands, right to the ceiling, right to the sky. And really feel also that you're lengthening through the elbow, not lifting the shoulder. Shoulders down, away from the ears. Back of the neck is long, chin slightly tucked in. So nice and long in the body. You feel your abdominals working to support the back there, and breathe. Every in-breath, feel you're getting longer. Every out-breath, just releasing and softening into the space. One more breath in, and releasing the arms down on the exhale, slowly to the sides. Good. Let's place the right hand on the left knee and the left hand behind you. Going to come into a twist. Keep the body facing forward and the face facing forward to begin. Breathing in, lift the chest, drop the shoulders down. Breathing out, that left shoulder is coming around to the left, sitting tall still. So you'll feel your abdominals are really active. And the chest then is turning. So we're turning from the base, so we get a lovely even twist through the whole spine. The shoulders going back behind you. And then the eyes and the nose and the head is following. Keep dropping the shoulders down and lengthening the back of the neck. You feel the whole of the spine engaged, active. And keep that active and keep that focus of attention by focusing on the breath in that center of the body. Feel that lengthening, expanding on the inhale and the softening and release on the exhale. One more breath in and untwist to the front. Already feel a little bit different and want to level that up. So take the right hand behind, keep it close to your back there, that in the inside of that forearm. Left hand on the right knee. Breathing in, lift the chest. Really feel as the chest lifts, the shoulders sit down, neck is nice and long. Breathing out, the belly is coming around to the right. Then the ribs, the chest, the right shoulder, and the eyes and the nose and the base are following. Keep dropping the shoulders down, back of the neck is long. Swan-like neck. Good. Every inhale, we're lengthening. Really focus on the breath. It's a great focus for the mind because its habit is to just run wild and go wherever it wants. And one more breath in and untwist in the front. Yeah, or actually get into its normal habits. Mind has little habits, little roots, which a lot of the time aren't very useful. Let's rub the knees, give ourselves a little bit of kindness, softness there. And we can also just take the backs of the hands and just give the lower back a little bit of a pummel. Breathe into the nostrils, release out through the mouth. Yeah, whatever's going on, let go of the tension. Yeah, and the tightness that's there. It just kind of comes in, we get into these habits of tension building. It becomes normal. And then the fingers, let's take it to the heart, to the chest area. Let's open up that whole chest area in the center there. Yeah, make some sound as well. Breathing into the nostrils. Let it go. Let it go on the sides, the ribs. And give that a little bit of a rub there. Yeah. Nice feeling, making contact with yourself. Okay, that feels a little bit better now. And let's stir things up a little bit. In fact, let's extend our legs out. They've been in the same position. So let's open the legs out wide. Just lift yourself up, sit on the sitting bones there. Make them as wide as you comfortably can. And we take the hands onto the knees or into this position, you know, to stir up our pots here. So you can choose. Breathe in. Whatever you're doing, really feel that length, particularly in the front of the body here. And breathing out, coming forwards, but keeping that integrity of that spine. Breathing in as you lean back, breathing out as you come forwards. So either or. You get a bit, you know, if you've got more mobility, this can be useful, but you really have to keep this very strong, this center, the abdominals and the lower back. And with your breath, we'll support that also. Inhaling, leaning back, coming right around, making this a big, big circle. And really feeling this crown of the head is being lifted all the time, long, long neck, long spine. But just enjoying that release coming into the back, into the abdominals, into the hips. Good, and come back to center. And on this time, we're going to make this humming bee, Brahmari sound. So on the inhale, inhale. Exhaling, make the sound of humming. And when you come to the end of your humming, just breathe in again and keep going. Breathing in. Forward and to the left this time. Come to the end of your humming. Notice how that feels. Just the power of that vibration and making sound. Wow, really create space. So we'll bring the knees in. And we'll just hug the knees. Hug the knees to the body. Drop the face to the knees. Breathe in deeply. Open the upper back. Across the back of the heart. Breathe out. Drop the back of the neck. Expose the back of the neck and give it some release there as well. Sigh out through the mouth. And let's let the knees fall out to the side and opening the hips a little bit. So holding on to either the ankles or the toes. Don't worry about bringing the knees down to begin with. First of all, we're going to sit really tall. So this is very much directed by the center here of the chest, the sternum, lifting the sternum. You will immediately feel the front of the body getting longer here, which means your abdominals have to work to accommodate that. And also, this also helps support the back there. And just pushing and pressing the shoulders back as if you're leaning against a wall. Back of the neck is also long, as if your back of your head wants to reach the wall behind you, the imaginary wall behind you. And then, once you've got that position, very strong, upright, balanced, then let the knees come down to the sides. If you're holding onto the toes or the ankles, you've got something to kind of work against there. Just allowing those hips to open, whilst also keeping the back really upright, really long. Keep breathing deeply and keep your mind focused on that breath, noticing where it wants to go. Good. And then lift the knees up, release. Again, just hug the knees so we sat very tall. Let's just do the opposite to come back into equilibrium. Breathe in through the nostrils. Right up through the mouth. And we come onto all fours. Place the hands underneath the shoulders, nice soft elbows, knees underneath the hips. And let's just move with this cat stretch. So breathing in, you're lifting the chest, lifting the gaze, taking the shoulders back, lengthening the spine. As you breathe out, the tail is tucking under. We're arching up through the spine. Your chin is coming to your chest. So we're just moving a very simple version. It always starts with the base of the spine, with the tail lifting, and that ripples up through the spine. The chest opens. Keep those soft elbows. The chest is wanting to go upwards and forwards, and then tucking that tail under, arching through the spine, making the spine as arched and curved as possible. Chin comes right to the chest. You're looking back at the legs, and then lifting that tail. So moving slowly and steadily with the breath. Close the eyes even and just feel your spine, feel your breath. Feel that kind of connectedness with your body. So many things in life are kind of the opposite of this. You know, they're kind of encouraging us to connect with our minds and making them faster and busier. Well, actually, you know, or agitating the mind, actually, distracting our attention. And actually we lose sense of having a body. So really connecting with the breath and moving the body in a very particular way. We'll just shift and we feel, connect us with our emotional body, our energetic body, and release the tension. This is one of the major things is just releasing tension. But that takes a bit of effort sometimes. Okay, so let's just sit back briefly, sit back into the heels, extend the arms forwards. Ah, yeah, pose of the swan. And again, let's sigh out through the mouth. So breathe into the nostrils and breathing out through the mouth. Ah, sit back deeply into the heels. Really feel the back of the shoulders getting that little bit of stretch. It feels so good to release the shoulders and the back of the shoulders. And feel the ribs expand as you breathe in. These ribs expanding and letting them relax on the exhale. So we're going to come up to all fours again. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. And we're going to just put the weight onto the right hand so that we can step forward with the left foot on the ground, come up onto a high kneeling position. I'm going to come into this crescent moon shape. So if it feels like a bit wobbly, widen your stance widthwise on your mat. So breathing in, lift the arms up, bring the hands together above the head, take the arms back as much as you can to start with, opening the fronts of the shoulders and the chest, lifting the chest, breathe in. Breathing out, you're going to take your hips forwards, but keep taking the hands back. So we get this lovely, go through this crescent moon shape from the fingers here, right through the back to the toe. Pressing into that top of that right foot. If that feels really uncomfortable, you can always tuck the toe under. But this is really where you get much more of this openness in the front of the body, the front of the right hip. And you can look up at the ceiling if that feels okay for your balance or your neck. Otherwise, just look forwards. Good. One more breath in. Come back up. Breathing out, lower the arms down. We bring the hands down either side of the left foot. And we're just going to try and lengthen. I use that word specifically. Rather than pushing into this and straightening the leg, we lengthen. So we push the toes, particularly the big toe, into the ground. And we imagine that left hip is just lifting away. So we're lengthening this leg and letting the body relax down over that leg. Breathe. The breath will support you and will give you more space and encourage the body to relax. Come back up, kneeling, and then we're going to put the weight again on the right hand, send that left knee back, put the weight onto the left hand, and just keep the right fingertips there, and take the right foot forwards. And it's just there between the hands, and then we come up onto this high kneeling. Don't forget, you can always widen that stance again. Breathing in, lift the arms up, bring palms together, hands going back, exhaling, take the hips forwards. So we've got a lovely opening on the front of the body. Hold the chest, the abdominals, particularly the front of the left hip here, pressing into that top of the left foot. You can always tuck the toe under. Really take the hands back. The left toe and the hands are wanting to go back. And you can look up at the ceiling if you want to really encourage that openness in the chest and into the front of the shoulders. Good. And really press into that right foot. So you'll see even in this position, my right knee is above my ankle. It's not really going beyond that. I'll come up on the inhale, lower the arms on the exhale, bring the hands either side of the right foot, lengthening the right leg now. So the big toe and the toes are pressing into the earth, and that right hip is lifting up away to the back of the room, to the ceiling actually. And let the body relax down, breathe with this, deep breaths. So inhaling, we just maybe even come away from that leg a little bit, soften that. And as you exhale, we're just releasing and exhaling and allowing that space to increase in the body. Now come up again to that kneeling position. Take the weight onto the left hand again, send that right knee back. And we'll just take the hands forward a little bit to become into an extended dog. So it means that when we sit back, our bottom doesn't quite reach our heels. So we're just extending and opening the back body, lengthen the spine from fingertips to the base of the spine. Breathing in and breathing out. Not on the knees here, but it's good. It's just going to develop a bit of resilience in the knees. But you can always pad them up. You can always fold the mats up or put a blanket underneath them if it's feeling sharp pain. Good. So now from here, we're going to come up onto all fours, bring the hands back slightly, and then we're going to take the hips forwards. You'll be able to find that right position for you. You don't want to have it so that there's too much in the wrists, but we want to have it so that we can take those shoulders back and open up the body. Inhaling and exhaling, sitting back into the heels. The hands should be able to be extended forwards once you're sitting back here. So you might want to adjust that. We're going to move back and forth a little bit. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and out and moving the body in time with the breath. And this is great for calming the nervous system, connecting more deeply with our body, giving the mind something to focus on, becoming more mindful, you know. Stillness is is for most people it's quite challenging. But when we can kind of have this meditation and movement, this is often, for a lot of people, it kind of is a lot more available and accessible. Breathing out, sit back deeply, breathing in. So with this moving meditation, it's just keeping the mind involved, noticing when the mind wanders off because it sort of feels like it's done its job. Then we bring it back and say, hey, mind, we need you to keep this movement smooth, even and steady, and to make sure we're really getting the full emphasis of inhale and exhale. Let's do one more. Really make that very long inhale, long exhale, opening the chest, looking up, inhale, long exhale. Good. So let's keep the hands where they are. We're going to come up in downward dog. So coming up onto all fours, tuck the toes under, breathing in, breathing out, lift the knees off the ground. And we're just going to lengthen through the whole of the back, from the fingertips to the base of the spine, long back. Have the knees slightly bent to begin with, because we're really just going to work on the spine. So really lifting the tail, lengthening the back, really pressing into the ground with the hands, softening between the shoulder blades. Soft elbows, keep the tummy tucked in, breathe into the chest. As you breathe in, really feel that you're creating length in the spine. Good. Breathing into the chest. And now we're just going to see if we can get those hamstrings involved, the backs of the thighs. So pushing the left heel down, bending the right knee, pushing the right heel down, bending the left knee. Just moving slowly, allowing the body just to respond to your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And just allowing the backs of the thighs to become a little bit more elastic, a little bit more responsive, a little less stiff. That's probably a good thing. And then walk the feet towards the hands, bend the knees, let the body hang there. Breathe in through the nostrils. Make some sound, release, sigh. Good feeling, sigh. Now feel that lift from the base of the spine. We're going to create a brand new spine, refreshed and revived by keeping the knees bent. And slowly, as you breathe in and out continually, slowly, just feel the spaciousness you're creating in your spine as you unravel it. As it comes to standing, you're breathing in and out all the time to keep that balance, that flow. And you come to standing, give the legs a little shake, give the arms a little shake. Yeah, standing, good. So we're going to just find our feet. Feet are beneath the hips, knees and ankles are all in line, and the feet are parallel. So let's come up onto the toes, lift the heels high and place the heels down. Lift the toes up and place the toes down. Okay, we're going to do this with movement now. So breathing in, you're going to lift the heels off the ground, bring the hands together above the head, push off the toes, and exhaling, coming down slowly, Heels coming down slowly, hands coming down slowly to the sides. Touch the fingers just at the bottom as the heels reach the floor. Inhaling. Extend the fingers out as far as they can go, as up as they can go, and then breathing out. Fingers are coming, or palms are coming down, almost pushing the heels of the palms out just to get that little extra bit of stretch on the arms. So we're kind of having this twist in the arms always. Inhaling all the way up, push off the toes, lift the heels high. Stretch up, breathing out slowly, and almost a squeeze between the shoulder blades. The shoulders come down and the hands come down. So it's very active, but it's soft on the exhale. We're keeping that evenness between the inhale, inspiration, and the exhale, the softening, the coming back down to earth. Let's just do one more of these. It's a strong inhale. Lifting up, stretching up, reaching the ceiling, and then turning the hands softly. Heels slowly coming down to the ground, hands coming down to the sides of the body. Good. Take the feet a bit further apart. It's going to loosen everything up and get this involvement with the spine and our center. So knees are bent, and then let the body turn. We're turning on our axis, so we're keeping that very steady. The rest of the body is just free to loosen up, maybe even coming up onto the toe as you turn, just to get the full turn. Let the arms be free, let the arms be really heavy, let the knees bend to protect the knees as you turn. So it means the knees are free and the ankles also. Yeah, just feel the arms smacking into the back of the body, the backs of the hands there. Yeah. Coming to a stillness. Let the arms slowly come to a stillness. And the hands come in front and behind. That's to bring a bit of energy into the hands, a bit of brightness into the proceedings. Good, good. Okay. And let's just come into this little cross crawl. So lifting the left knee, meeting it with the right hand, and then the opposite. And you can do this any speed. You'll find actually when it's slow, it can actually be a bit more challenging for the balance. But if you're feeling like you need to brighten up, you can make this very lively. As you can see, you can really stay on the balls of the feet and make it very springy and bounce, or you can make it kind of almost slow motion. This is actually, I find this a lot more challenging. If you really want to focus your mind, this is a good way to do this cross crawl. Connecting up, reconnecting, getting the flow of the energy and movement of the emotions. Now we're going to take the leg out to the side, left leg, right leg over the head, and the arms coming underneath here. So everything's kind of circled out to the sides. And again, you can make this quite quick, quite lively. If you want to, get a bit more energized. But this more slow, mindful is often kind of a bit more focused. Breathing in and out through the nostrils. Okay, and let's come into one more of these. So we're bringing the weight onto the right ball of the right foot, and we take the left foot behind, and it'll be a little brief moment, and then that right hand touches that left foot, and the other arm comes over the head. So it looks like this when we change over. Once you get going, it's much easier. Okay, as you're doing this, this is very kind of springy, light, and lively. Let that smile come onto your face. And smiling is good because it releases tension. Okay, so we're going to come to some standing postures. Let's come to the front of the mat. Feet hips width apart, parallel. I'm going to step back, a big step into warrior two. So weight on the left foot, big step back. Take that big step or several steps so you can get that big wide expanse between the feet. Right foot slightly pointing forward, get the hips level and facing the long edge of the mat to your hips rather than at an angle. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand the chest, drop the shoulders down. Breathing out, bending into the left knee. As that knee goes forwards, it's going in line with the toes, not dropping in. And you're pressing into that right foot. Let's find this warrior, Virabhadrasana 2. And if you've been doing this for a while, as you exhale, see if you can sink down. And the sinking down is coming centrally here rather than forwards. So as you bend into that, more deeply into that left knee, you really need to balance that out, that dynamic, by pressing into that right foot. And you will feel your thighs working very hard, and that right buttock. But we keep this openness, expansive feeling, and engage those arms. Look down the left arm, beyond the left fingers. Good, breathe. Into the future. And by practicing yoga, we are feeding our future. We are really taking care of our future selves. Come up on the inhale. Lower your arms on the exhale. And we bend into the right knee and bring ourselves back to the front of the mat. Just find your feet again. Lift the heels, place them down. Lift the toes, place them down. Just find the surface of your feet, making sure the feet are parallel and hips width apart. Place the weight onto the left foot, onto the right foot, sorry, and take a big step back with the left. So get the feet level, even with the weight. Hips level, breathing in, lift the arms up, lengthen the body, breathing out, bring the arms down to shoulder height. Keep the shoulders down, the chest lifted. Inhale, big inhale, exhaling, bending into that right knee. It's hovering above the ankle and you're pressing into that left, the back of the left foot. Left leg, the back of that, the buttock, and the outside of that left leg is strong. And again, see if you can go a little deeper. So rather than finding it and think, oh, that's it, breathing in. And as you breathe out, see if you can just sink down a little deeper, really opening the hips, strengthening the thighs and the buttocks and the abdominals. This is, the band around the center. Draw up the pelvic floor, but it's very positive and defined. Drop the shoulders, long neck, looking down the right fingers. Breathing in, breathing out. Come up on the inhale. Lower the arms softly on the exhale. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Okay, let's come into a counter pose. Great counter pose for that big opening around the hips is a squat. Now, I think there's always time for a squat. Good if you can try and start practicing this just in your daily life. Maybe you like to go into the garden. It means that you won't get a wet bottom if you can squat. So let's just get the body in between the knees and let the arms, the back of the hands rest on the ground. So you have this lovely kind of softening, releasing, kind of what surrendered sense. Let the head drop, again, back of the neck and tops of the shoulders just softening. Relax the shoulders forward and let's just release again, breathing into the nostrils. Right through the mouth, and even more softening for the face. We can make the sound on the out breath. So breathing in, really releasing. Feel that in the head, in the jaw, in the cheeks, in the mouth, the lip, the tongue. Again, breathe in. So I bring the left hand into the center here. We're going to come into a slight twist. So just that's giving you stable. And as you breathe in, feel the fingertips of the right hand being lifted by the in-breath right up to the ceiling. And we rotate that right wrist clockwise, watching that right hand moving, making as big a circle as it can. And as it's doing that, feel a sense of it lifting, like it's spiraling upwards. The arms lifting, the chest is lifting up towards that. Keep stable with that left hand there. And then we change direction, we unwind anti-clockwise, coming down through space. Still spiraling down to the ground. That's just notice how different the arms feel. The lightness I'm finding in this right arm. So the right hand comes on the ground, and the inhale lifts that left fingertips up to the ceiling. Keep reaching up, and then we're rotating the left wrist, making that a big circle. Imagine the fingers are trying to draw a big, big circle. And this isn't just the wrist that's being mobilized, it's kind of the whole arm is getting this kind of spiraling sensibility in it. Spirals. Everything is spirals. And we go around the other way now, anti-clockwise, and we feel that releasing and softening. So watch that arm move through space, it's spiraling to the ground. And then we're going to press into the ground, come up into a ragdoll again, Knees bent, body hanging forwards. Have a little sway. So bringing the weight into the right foot, slowly transitioning the weight into the left foot, whilst you breathe out through the mouth. So breathing in through the nostrils. Let it all go. Really allow the back of the neck to get, or the whole neck actually, to get some release just by using the weight of the head. Feel the weight of the head. That feels naturally creating space in that spinal column. Slowly uncurl. Knees are bent, arms are hanging forwards. We're going to slowly regenerate the whole spine, coming to standing. Breathing in and out the whole time, coming to standing. As you come to standing, roll the shoulders back, bending the knees, just allowing all that energy in the spine to ripple out through all the limbs, and the neck and the head, into the fingers, into the toes. Feel yourself landed, grounded, but also a sense of your center. Let's come into another standing posture, coming in front of the mat. We're going to come into the side plank stretch. So it starts off like warrior 2, which you just did. So weight on the left foot, step back with the right. Big step. Again, lots of openness in the side angles. Check the angle of the toes of the back foot. They're pointing slightly forwards, and get the hips level. Breathe in, lift the arms, lift the chest. Breathing out, arms come to shoulder height. Breathing in, expand, drop the shoulders down behind you, and breathing out, coming into warrior 2 to begin. So we've got this, don't forget the dynamic between that left knee and the right foot, moving away from each other. Now we come into the side plank, breathing in. As you breathe out, still keeping this body in this position, it's not kind of flopping forwards. Then we take either the forearm lightly, place that onto the knee, or you take the hand, left hand to the ground, if that feels okay for you. This right hand, the fingertips are coming down to the ground and then up and away, forwards. So the forwards front of the mats rather than going up directly or backwards. Sometimes that gets a bit confusing for people. So reaching up, making a line. What we're trying to do is create a line from the fingertips here to the back foot. So you press that foot into the ground. You make a lovely, strong dynamic. And look up at the ceiling on the inside of that arm if your neck allows you. Breathe. To come out of this, because it's quite strong, we won't stay here too long, we bend into the left knee and use the inhale, sweeping the arm up. And then exhale, lower the arms down. So bend into the right knee, come back to the front of the mat, and try the other side. Give the legs a little bit of a jiggle there. Shake the legs, keep the feet on the ground. Hips, knees, just to release and reset. Weight on the right foot. Step back, big step with the left foot. Big step. So really feel that groundedness between the feet. Hips level, strong belly. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Lengthen the body. Breathing out, arms to shoulder height. Drop the shoulders down. Breathe in. Fill the body with space and air. Breathing out, bending into the right knee, pushing into the back foot. There. Strong. Now breathing in. Breathing out, you take the forearm, the right arm, just resting that lightly, not leaning. Keeping that left shoulder elevated. Or you come down to the ground. And the left fingers come down to the ground. And the inhale, you extend from the fingertips of the left hand to the left foot. So it's a very strong line. Engage that leg, the side of the body, make it as long and extended and dynamic as possible. And looking up on the inside of that left arm to the ceiling. Breathe deeply. Good. Coming out of this, we need to bend into that right knee to give us some, we need to press up to come up. And then inhaling, come up, both arms reach up, arms come down on the exhale. Bend into the left knee and bring yourself back to the front of the mat. Let's give everything a little shake up. So, knees, hips, shoulders. Breathe in. Make sound. Good. Okay. Time for balance. And we're going to come into this very moving balance. So it's a softer approach. Heron balance. Weight on the right foot. So I'm already got the weight on the right foot. I've just got the left toes on the ground there just to get that feeling of stability through the right side. And the fingers lift up. The inhale begins, the knee lifts. So they're working together, moving together. Inhale, hands, just fingertips touch at the top, and then the hands come down and the leg comes down through space. Balance, really important. I can't emphasize it enough. Lifting up to the right so you get that change of weight. Inhaling, exhaling. And there's still effort here. We're not kind of just being floaty here. So what we're not doing is kind of like sort of limp floating. It's really engaged. You lift the knee high. You lift the arms high. So you get that sense of that left knee lifting and pressing into that right foot. You've still got these dynamics working against each other, but kind of with each other, if you like. Moving away. And that's where the dynamic, and that's where the balance is helped. So pushing into that left foot as that right knee lifts, the inhale and the exhale. Good. So if you want to do the extended version, I'm going to show you breathing in, lifting the left knee, lifting it high, pushing into the right foot, arms come together. And then as your arms come down, you push the heel out strongly. And as you inhale, again, you lift the knee high, the arms go up, we're stretching up, and exhaling, lowering down. Try and keep this steady movement. I'll show you from the side how this is looking. Breathing in, lifting the arms up. Sorry, that's lifting the knee up as well. Exhaling, you push that foot out, the arms come down. Inhaling, we lift the knee, the arms go up. Exhaling, the leg and the arms come down together in harmony. We'll do one more either side now. Breathing in. Breathing out. Push that foot out. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, lowering down. It's more challenging because you have to be balanced a lot longer and you're still moving, breathing. And the breath will really help to focus your mind, which you need for balancing. Breathing in and breathing out. Good. Again, let's just shake the limbs out, shake the legs and the arms. Okay, so we're going to come into some half sun salutes now. So feet tips apart, parallel. Inhaling, lifting the arms up, bring the hands together, look up, breathing out, bending the knees, strong belly, strong back. You can see that happens. And the knees, fingertips touch the ground. Now you straighten the legs, the hands come up to the knees, look forwards, open the chest. So with this, you really have to engage the abdominals and the back, and then breathing out, forward bend. Now with the straight legs here. So the chest is coming down to the ground. Bend the knees a lot more, breathing in, push up through the feet, look up, inhale, exhale. Inhaling all the way up, look up, exhale, the chest is leading. The hands go back, it's like diving in, knees bend, fingertips touch the ground. Inhale, exhale. You can do these faster or slower than me, breathing in, breathing out. Whatever feels most suitable for you today. Inhale, exhale, knees bend, strong belly, fingertips. Inhale, exhale. Bend the knees a lot, breathing in all the way up. Push up through those strong legs. Inhale, exhale. Inhale. Look up, exhale, face comes forward, chest comes forward, knees bend, fingertips touch the ground, look at the ground. Inhale, look forwards, chest comes forward, shoulders move away from each other. Breathing out, forward bend, straight legs, looking at the toes. Bend the knees a lot, looking at the ceiling, inhaling, exhaling. So it's constantly changing our point of view, changing the position of the body, breathing in. Where's the heart going? It's going forwards, it's diving down to the earth, fingertips. Now it's coming forwards, it's wanting to leap up to the ceiling. Now it's going back down to the earth even deeper, breathing out. Now it wants to fly up, bending the knees strongly so you can push up with your strength from the ground, inhaling and exhaling. Let's do one more, breathing in all the way up. Really slowly, breathing out, slow out breath through the nostrils, bending the knees, fingertips touching the ground. Inhaling, full in breath, exhaling, straight legs. So you're really getting that hamstring expansion. Bend the knees a lot, push up, power up, inhale, lift the fingers to the ceiling. And breathe out, soften, release, 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 down to the sides. Good. Okay, we're going to come into another balance now. But first of all, we're just going to come into a wide leg ragdoll. So not so wide, but just comfortably A good distance between the feet and the feet are parallel. Wide leg ragdoll just to release, and also a bit of release in the hips. So as always, we're going to let ourselves just soften, disintegrate. Let the arms hang forwards, let the chest collapse, let the head be heavy, let the knees bend, kind of just letting everything just go. Let it all go. Breathing in and out the whole time, and let the arms come to the floor, let the body hang forwards. Breathe into the nostrils, sigh loudly through the mouth, make some sound. Yeah. Really feel the weight of the head, and just loosen the neck a little more by turning the head as if you're saying no, just turning it. Now we're going to rebuild again. So feel that little pull. We know where it's coming from, right at the base of the spine. Keep the knees bent the whole time. Leave the arms heavy, leave the head heavy, leave the shoulders hanging. So we're kind of bringing the knees forward as you uncurl, the thighs come forward, the hips come forward, the belly comes forward. We roll up to standing. And we bring the feet together, however you want to, get the legs a shake. We'll do a little mini back bend, so give the back a little rub. Yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of body connection. Fingers pointing down, elbows coming together, chest projected forwards, and bend the knees. So we get this, we're trying to open the front of the body as well as support the back in a back bend. So lifting the chest, breathe in. As you breathe out, push the hips forward, support the back of the hips there, support the lower back, bring the elbows together, open the chest. Chest is wanting to go to the ceiling. And you can look up at the ceiling. You don't need to throw the head back in any sort of dramatic fashion. Breathe. So very important, the front of the hips here. Come up on the inhale. And just soften the back a little bit. And let's just loosen that up a little bit more. And the hips, just give them a bit of widening in the back. And we'll come into a little bit of a twist. So again, feet, hips, shoulder width apart, knees soft. And we're just going to loosen that all up. Great little simple practice, these twists. Very refreshing, just allowing the weight of the body and the space around you, just feeling that looseness, loosening the limbs, giving some space to the joints of the body. Okay. The chair. So standing, feet hips apart, feet parallel. Breathing in, lift the arms up. Stretch the fingers to the ceiling. So keeping that length in the whole body. And then sitting back with that length, getting the bottom to go back and the fingers to go forward, keeping the back of the neck in line with the spine so you end up looking down at the ground, making sure the knees aren't splaying out or coming together. There's even space between the knees. They stay in the same space. Thighs are going to work, abdominals are going to work, back, everything, particularly this part of the body is really engaged, really happening, really active and activated. Breathe the whole time to support yourself. Use the inhale to come up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Lovely. So we're going to come down to the ground. We're going to come down in a forward bend. So again, we'll work the back. So give it another little rub. Why not? Just saying it's okay. You can do it. You can hold the back there or you can extend. Inhale, exhaling, coming forwards, forward bending, fingertips coming to the ground. And then coming up onto the fingertips. If they're not there, look forwards. Imagine the length of the spine there as the chest comes forwards. And then we're going to, again, take the right foot back, big step, left foot back, big step. Come into downward dog, briefly, and then come up into a plank. So you're going to lift your eyes and come into a straight line with this body. So you might need to adjust that. Knees are strong, legs are strong, elbows are slightly soft. The chest is above the hands. Spread the fingers, really engage the hands. Don't let the knuckles lift up. Strong body. And now either bring the knees to the ground or just lower your body down to the ground. And we'll have a little rest, a moment of rest. Backs of the arms rest on the ground, side of the head on the ground. Breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out through the mouth. And actually, a nice thing to do here if you can interlink your fingers here and just rest back to the hands on your lower back and just relax the arms. If you have that ability, it feels very comforting for your back there. So it's a variation. Breathing, feeling the body expanding against the ground as you breathe in and releasing. Good. And then relax, let go of the fingers there. Let the backs of the arms rest on the ground, bring the forehead to the ground, bring the legs together, little back bend here. Inhaling, lift the nose, chin, chest, lift the legs, lift the arms, and we're flying. We're getting as much of the body off the ground. Breathe, breathe, and if you can, smile. Keep lifting, every inhale, keep lifting a little more. Strong belly, strong back. One more breath in and slowly lower down on the exhale and rest on the other side of the face. Rest down. Again, if you want, you can interlink the fingers and rest that on the lower back. If that feels good to you, then do that. Otherwise, just rest the back of the hands on the ground. Just allow that equilibrium to come back before we come into another back bend. So we're going to come into bow. We're going to release the hands again, bend the knees, so the feet are off the ground, and then we bring the feet towards our hands and reach for the tops of the feet. If you can get your hands around your feet, both of them, then you can do this version. If you're only just about getting one, or you're not able to reach them and get hold of them, then turn the arms over and place the hands on the ground, because you can still do the bow, just a different version. If you're holding the feet, just resting the head on the ground, use the inhale to lift the head, lift the chest, and then lift the knees off the ground. Try to make sure your knees aren't splaying too wide. We only want to keep them really as wide as the hips. So lifting, the toes are going up, the chest is lifting up. If you are with the hands on the ground, it's the same thing. You're pressing into the ground with the hands and you're lifting the upper body, but keeping the legs up. So this is the same kind of position, just less intense as the bow. One more breath in, lowering down slowly and releasing the legs down slowly. Resting on the other side of the face for a moment. And we're really going to need this counter pose. So put the hands either side of the face here, push the body up, walk the hands back, sit back into the heels. It's going to feel good after that. And if you want to get an extra bit of emphasis, is make little claws with the fingers, just so you can really release the backs, the shoulders. And to increase the release, breathe more deeply, breathing in and breathing out through the mouth. On this releasing and restoring postures, then breathing out through the mouth is a good thing because it releases the tension. Okay. So let's just come up onto all fours, back to seated. Just for a moment, we come back into sitting cross-legged. Have a little rock again, finding your ground. And shuffle your shoulders a little bit, sit up tall, back of the neck is long. And before we come to the ground, we're just going to chant the mantra Om. And come to a little bit of stillness, but with a nice upright spine. It's soft, it's not rigid, but there's effort there. Drop the shoulders down, back of the neck long, hands resting on the knees. You can make a little mudra, connecting the thumb and the first finger there if you want to. Close the eyes, breathing into the nostrils. Particularly good to make the sound, to bring your mind back, to focus. Stretch the legs out in front now. I'm going to lay the body down Extend the fingers towards the toes, slowly lower down now. Breathing in and out the whole time, keeping that tension, but keeping the softness with the breath moving all the time, in and out through the nostrils, lowering down slowly, slowly lowering down, rolling the spine down, laying the spine down, laying the spine down on the earth. And then let the feet fall out to the sides, let the hands roll out to the side, arms roll out to the side. Close your eyes for a second, feel your body on the ground, breathe in through the nostrils. Sigh out for the mouth, let everything soften a little bit. Good. I'm going to just do a little bit of gentle work with the spine. Gentle but powerful, I think this is. So the feet are, or the heels are a good distance apart. I want just to test the distance by rolling the legs in as if you want your big toes to touch. If they do touch, then take the feet a bit wider. Yeah. So really, as if you really want to make them touch, but just so they just can't, they're just out of reach. And then we let the feet roll out to the side. This is the beginning of this little practice. Very effective spinal rehab, if you like. So any issues going on in your spine, this is a really effective practice. And we do this with the breath as well. So inhaling, the toes come in, and exhaling through the nostrils, feet fall out to the side. So we're doing this slowly, intentionally, inhaling and exhaling. So we're softening now, and we're still, this is still having a good effect. It might not feel very strong, but sometimes the more subtle things can be more useful and powerful. So you probably feel this a little bit in the base of your spine. Turning. But it's also so good because the whole body is supported as we do this. So we're going to add something in. So you keep doing this movement with the legs. Inhaling, toes come together. Exhaling, feet fall out to the side. So now inhaling, and the palms are facing upwards as the toes come in. And then as you exhale and the feet fall out, we do the opposite with the arms. So the arms are going to roll in and the palms are flat on the ground. So the inhaling, the arms come out. It's like the thumbs want to touch the ground here. Toes come in. Exhaling, feet fall out to the side, arms roll in, palms are down. So palms up, toes in, inhaling, exhaling, feet fall out to the side, palms flat on the ground. So we're moving slowly, mindfully. The limbs which are attached to the spine, which are impacting on the spine, creating a little bit more space and restoration for the spine and also for the nervous system. Now we'll add one more thing in. Also having to do this kind of coordinating this, again, keeps your mind occupied. So now as you breathe in, the toes are coming together, the palms are going up, the head goes over to the right, looking over to the right, so that all the neck turns. And then exhaling, feet fall out to the side, palms roll in, head goes right over to the left. Breathing in, so the palms come up, the toes come together, the head goes over to the right. Breathing out, palms roll in, feet roll out, head goes over to the left. And we're just moving all these parts at the same time, coordinating all the parts. I'll repeat that once more in case you're lost or getting a bit mixed up. Breathing in, toes roll in together, palms roll up, head goes over to the right. Breathing out, feet open out to the sides, palms roll in, palms flat on the ground, head goes over to the left. So you feel the whole of the spine becoming revitalized and softened. One more breath in, one more breath out, and just let yourself relax again. And we're going to hug the knees. Just give the spine a bit more release, so have a little rock and roll on the lower back. Okay, yeah, release. Let's draw a circle on the ground. Hands on top of the knees, breathing in, the knees come away, breathing out, the knees come into the body. Breathing in and out through the nostrils and just enjoying this. You can do this without the hands if you want to make those circles a bit bigger or a bit freer. Maybe you want to, get into lower parts there, or round to the sides. Then we go the other direction. So breathing in, the knees come away, breathing out, knees come in. Inhaling and exhaling. Just enjoying this little bit of self-massage, if you like. Again, with or without the hands, it's fine. And then hugging the knees again. Breathe in, breathe out. Extend the legs up, push the heels to the ceiling, extend the fingers to the ceiling. Just enjoying that lightness and liberation of the limbs, being up in the air. Light, push the heels up to get a bit of light extension on the backs of the legs, and let's just get them moving to enjoy that lightness. Rotating the wrists and the ankles in one direction. Breathe softly in and out through the nostrils. Let's just softening everything. The ankles and the wrists going in the other direction now. Rotations. And just freeing them up and then hugging the knees again. Place the soles of the feet on the ground, as wide as the mat. Just finish with a nice soft lying twist. Extend the arms out to the side, palms flat down, breathing in. Breathing out, the knees come down to the left, head goes over to the right. Breathing in, bring the knees to center. Breathing out, knees go over to the right, head goes over to the left. And just following this with your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Close your eyes and just allow this to take you into a more restful, relaxed state. So really, we've given the spine lots of attention. And it is the center of our body. It is our, it's our backbone. So we need that. We need our spine to be healthy, supple, and stable. And we take care of ourselves, our future selves by practicing with care and full attention and breath. So next time you come to center with the knees and the face, slide the legs away, bring the arms a bit closer to the body, turn the palms to the ceiling, lengthen the back of the neck, lift the chest off the ground, lay it down, and just let yourself settle, close your eyes. We have just a minute. So, just a minute for relaxation. Give yourself to this 1 minute of relaxation. It's amazing how much you can achieve in that time. So make that decision. I'm not going to think about anything else. I'm going to let that rest by the side and focus instead on my body, my breath, and I'm actively relaxing. Breath coming in, breath coming out through the nostrils. Just feel your back on the ground. Feel the support of the ground beneath you. Feel your breath moving in your body. And just feel that ease and that space that you've created through your positive efforts and the focus of your mind and the assistance of your breath. Just watching the flow of breath in and out through the nostrils. So we come to the end, already the end. And just allow yourself to, in your own time, slowly come back to seated. Moving the body, breathing a little deeper, coming back to the external space. Space around you, look around, connect with your space, the day, the air around you. Yeah, move your body, rub, feel your exterior self, and then rub the palms together. Make some heat, create heat and energy between the palms of your hands, and then place that heat and energy over the heart center softly. Really holding your heart, close your eyes, take your focus inwards. Bring to mind your sankalpa or intention Promise to yourself, whatever positively framed sentence you're working on, or maybe something new occurs today. And say that to yourself, say it a few times, hold it in your heart, and allow the power of this heart to feed and nurture that Sankalpa. Good. Namaste. Thank you for your practice today, everybody. Good to be together in this virtual space.